Hello, Shapes people. Welcome back to the broadcasts from Shapes 2. Thanks for watching. Last time we destroyed the whole base and started again, now that we've got trains and stuff like that. And so the first job was to make sure that our operator milestone tasks continue to tick up, because these are a consistently good source of platform limit points and research points. Not in the early stages, but they certainly do. So we've got all of our 3-level blueprints up here. Just tying this all together. It seems to work. So we need to do some big copy and pastes, and I thought I would show you that, because it's all working. Throughput might be a bit of a problem, but we'll see. So everything works on one level. Except for the stacker. This is the old stacker design. You remember this? I had this in my back pocket anyway from my squares playthrough. So now that we know everything works, we kind of just have to do stuff like this and make sure we cut it. We copy it and not cut it, because I made that mistake 1,000 times before. So small minutiae on this is that because this is a cut and keep operation, we only use the 2 belts. So out of these 12 belts of mining, actually only 6 are going here and 6 are going here, and you can see that all I've done is I just make this belt not be used on the input. You could also use all 4 and just tie them together, but I feel like this is a bit more obviously readable. You know, this is blocked off, this is blocked off. That's just me. Those shapes then get rotated. We need lots of painting being done. I need to go and check that the red painting, because we've got the extra fluid. Oh, that goes a long way. We don't have fluid trains yet, that's why. So yes, this needs a bit of a refresh, but we've got that now. Blueprints, full colour mix, full colour mining. That goes there like that. So that's our 12 belts of red paint. Yeah, fluid trains is probably going to be on the to-do list. So then now that will paint a full 12 belts of half pizzas. Once the paint comes in, but it's got a long way to come, so we'll come back and check this out later, but that's fine. And the half pizzas and the red pizzas get stacked. These are now 12 belts, so that's fine. So this needs, then they need to be glued together. Oh no, this stacks them. This is just rotating them ready for the next step. So we'll do 12 belts of that. This one, oh yikes, what was I thinking? This just does, this is a design that takes a shape that is 2 halves and takes away 1/3 of each bit. Now obviously you could do this the other way around. You could get rid of a bit of it before you then stack them up here, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It's a good idea when you're doing your trains to always leave 1 extra space, so don't do what I've done here. Put your locomotives 1 space further away, because if you ever need to add an extra wagon, if you ever need to add an extra train, like add a completely new train, because clearly throughput here is not, this goes a bit too far with our current level of, so we'll just wait for this to unload. With our current, we haven't upgraded the train speed or train cargo. I'm not going to upgrade train cargo this time. I did last time, but I feel like it's a bit of a waste. So that train is now definitely gone. So if this, because this is here, if this was here, I can't like plug this into it, can I? Whereas if it's 1 further away, it's very easy to just do this. And you don't need to worry about anything more than that. The trains won't crash into each other, you don't need to do signalling or anything complicated like that. We'll just bring that down. So this should be outputting 3 complete layers now, except it's not, because I haven't copied this bit properly. Same principle here with the other side. This this can only process 2 belts of the issue. This is why I don't really think this is a good design, but it does the job for now. Still, whoops, I pressed N or H, possibly by accident. So what is going on here? This is all good. Is it just a paint? Is it just the paint making its way, slowly making its way through? Yeah, that's 12 belts. That's 12 belts. That's because they're not finished stacking. They only just got onto the stacker. That's why. That's why. Okay, fine. Let's not worry about it. It does seem to be working. Blue paint. So we need to do exactly the same here because we need 24 belts of this. Again, this is probably a good idea. This would be a good place to have a design that just cuts things into thirds the way you keep it. We've got cutting into half and keeping it, but we don't have cutting it into thirds and keeping it. Functionally, it doesn't really matter, of course, because shapes are infinite, paint's infinite, you know, none of these things really matter. It just, you know, there's that part of my brain that is like, I'm painting the whole shape and then throwing 2/3 of that shape in the bin. Makes no sense. But, you know, when resources are infinite, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, so then this train... Again, I've done the wrong thing here. This train should be a bit further apart, but I think that's okay for now. This comes over here, outputs onto a bunch of rotators, because these need to be slightly different orientations when they come in. Some of them go to be stacked on Pac-Man shape. Some of them get rotated because they need to go on top of that finished Pac-Man shape, but in the top section. And then that, so that's all done, yes, that is 3 layers of everything. Yep, so then that goes on a space belt, just because it seemed just about too close to worry about doing a train. And then that goes onto another stacker with the yellow teardrops in the bow tie configuration, so then all we need for this is... Can I zoom in close enough to do this? Wow, I can. 4,800 blueprint points. And that goes onto 3 layers. The shapes are already coming in 3 layers. The paint is not coming in 3 layers. We need to fix that. Blueprints, full color mining. There we go. So this is now, all being well, 12 full belts of the first milestone shape. And we were able to do that because the blueprint design is already on 3 layers, and that's going very well, to the point where again I had to add another train to make sure that throughput was keeping up, because this comes quite a long way. Actually, what we're limited here on this side is the belt speed. Could do with getting 60 research points ASAP and upgrading all of this by a section. That would certainly speed things up even more. And then you sort of snowball after that, because then that means your operator level is going up faster and so on. Okay, so let me jump forward in time, just mostly to make sure that this is all working acceptably, but obviously the first layer is, I just need all 3 layers to be working. And we'll do exactly the same, and I won't make you sit through all of that again. For this shape is considerably easier because it's just painting. There's no cutting or any nonsense like that. Again, it baffles me that this shape is considered easier than this shape. This one should take no time at all to set up, he says, in theory. Hold, please. Easy, see? It helps if you are lucky and find entire islands that are the shape relatively close to a colour. They'll always be close to a colour, to be fair. That's not the hard bit. There's another teardrops one up there, actually. Maybe it's not that lucky. There's some more chevrons, there's some more triangles. It occurs to me, and I don't know why it's taken me this long to notice, but there are only 3 hexagonal shapes. There are 4 square shapes. And I guess that's because 4 doesn't go into 6. So you couldn't have a... Yeah, anyway. So this is very simple. It's annoyed ever so slightly by the fact we don't have fluid trains, but that's not hugely annoying me right now. Just a slight wrinkle. Find the shapes, colour the shapes, and bring them all in together. This one travels a bit too far for one train, doesn't it? Once we get some train speed upgrades, this will be a lot better, but for the most part, it's not really a problem. Yeah, paint the shapes, stack the shapes, ship the shapes, ship it. Loads of them already. But unfortunately it's got quite a long way to go, so... And until you get being able to launch your trains into the space vortex, it takes twice as long because they can't come back. I think actually maybe one of these trains has been removed. Let's just respawn them. One of them's definitely on its way back. It's possible one of them was on a segment of rail that I then deleted and now it's disappeared into the ether, so you need to watch that. So these will both deliver a very decent amount of these, and we've already got flashing lights up here, so we claim that. This will tick up very quickly as we progress our operator level. This percentage worldwide thing I'm pretty sure is gibberish. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Maybe probably not a lot of people have played hexagons, right? But it's strange to think that half the people don't even get this far. And we'll put a map marker down as well for this area, just so that we can come back to it. So what I like to do is I like to go into milestones, copy the shape code for this, create map marker, call it OP2, accidentally press Ctrl C when you're meant to press Ctrl V. Does it bug anyone else that those two hotkeys are quite close to each other? Which is just something that we've decided in the world is acceptable. And 0.0.8 has these on the map as well, so that's very handy. So we can go, whee! This is going over here, so this one is fine. A few throughput problems with this, it would appear. Still, why? Because it's not getting these very fast because... It's not getting these very fast because... It's got a long way to go. It's getting them as fast as it can. It's not painting them very quickly, is it? Why? The paint is running out. Why? It should be fine. Are you telling me that one space... I thought one space belt could split between two of these quite easily. Oh, clearly they can't. Yeah, this is clearly running short. Although there should be more paint on these belts than this. Shouldn't there? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just behind in... No. Well, I'll do the sensible option and double this up. Do I need to separate it onto... I don't think I need to bring it in on a completely different line, right? This should be... This should work. I just feel like we should be seeing more paint than this on these. These are definitely the right thing, yeah. Fluid minor extensions. Okay, fine. Have it your way, game. Maybe belts and braces about it, I suppose. It's free. Okay. So the next thing on the list is obviously we want to get some tasks sorted. Maybe we could look at milestone 5, 4, whichever way you want to count it. I'm not too worried about this. This should be very, very simple. But because this won't actually give us anything in the short term, like I'm not too worried about colour mixing, doesn't give us any research points, what I really want to do is I want to do some tasks. And looking at the tasks, what I think is probably a good idea is to have a design that gets us this, whatever we're going to call this. I did call something a bow tie shape before. I called this bow tie. This might be better off being called bow tie. So this is 4/6 or 2/3 of the shape, but with opposite sixths missing. And having had a quick look down the tree, we need that here twice. Once for the red, once for the blue. We're going to need that here for the teardrops and here for the triangles. We're going to need it here for the uncoloured triangles. We're going to need it here. We're going to need it in a lot of places, basically. Yeah. Oh wow, look at that shape. Just a reminder, I'm playing in a different colour mode. I'm playing in RBY as opposed to RGB, so that's why I've got orange and black, and yellow is a base colour as opposed to a mixed colour. Right, so let's try and do a design that does that simply. Well, I'm equal parts a genius and very, very, very stupid. Aren't we all? Isn't that just the human condition, really? The design I had for whole to 2/3 will just do this, providing you just take this rotator away. So the reason this was doing holes to 2/3 before is because this was rotating slightly, and then this was rotating the other way just to make sure that they nestled together. So providing you rotate this one 180 degrees from these that match, you get the bow tie shape anyway. So that's very easy. And I found a full shape of teardrops down here. Some of it's already blue, which is odd. While I was looking for shapes, it made me think about how liberal we need to be or should be with what we mine and where we mine it. So I've had to come out to -5 here, which is not very far away. You know, trains are quite quick and they'll have a very high capacity, and once we get the vortex launcher sorted, it's fine. Oh, let me get rid of this flashing light for you. So we've already done a level of this, 40 more platforms, 2 more research points, it's all good. Now obviously we don't want a design for like every single combination of every single shape. I'm thinking what is more likely to happen in the future is that we design something that cuts it into sixths, and then we use wire conditions to sort it into its bits, and we make tasks by just bringing in, we only ever bring in sixths, and then we have a whole bunch of designs that just turn sixths into every combination of shape that we would want. So we turn sixths into 2/3, 6 into half, 6 into bow tie, 6 into half bow ties, 6 into Pac-Man shape. No, that's 2/3. Big Pac-Man, proper Pac-Man, 5/6, a 5/6 shape. It's not asking me to do 5/6 very often. I thought that would be another one. So it might be the case that we do that. Alright, so we've got this. Let me save this as a design, just so that I've definitely got it. So this goes, we're going to call this hole to bow tie. And we do, what do we do? HR 6 times is this into, and then what would it be? It would be this, correct? Almost. No, that is what I want. That is correct. Doesn't look like a bow tie when it's triangles, does it? Oh, what I should have done is I should have also designed it. A lot of my blueprints will be like this, and I will have to go through and fix them all, but should have designed it like this. That's fine. Goes into swapping and mixing. No, it doesn't. It goes into cutting. It's a cutting operation. Wow. You seeing this? Bug report. Copy. I still don't understand how to do replace. If anyone knows how to do replace, please. Oh, and then that doesn't work either, does it? It's in early access, it's fine. It's fine. It's in cutting. That didn't replace it for some reason. Because I put a space in this one and didn't put a space in the other one. Wow, this is great content. Thankfully these will stay here, so this is fine. The daily struggles of trying to maintain a accurate code base. Okay. So that is helpful. But we actually only need this. But the reason I've done this like this is because I'm now going to cut this in half. And thankfully this will go cut in half down the north-south line, will give us the shape that we want. I probably should paint it first, to be honest with you. That would be the sensible option. Oh, even more operator points. I told you, stuff's easy, man. If you do it properly. Blueprints, full color mining. There we go. So we still don't have fluid trains, unfortunately, but this needs to come in. Oh, probably should have thought about which way I was going to do my painting. Shape painting doesn't have a folder because... Oh, they come in on opposite sides. I was so close. Shape painting doesn't have a folder because you're either painting the shapes or you're not painting the shapes, right? Like, am I going to really put it in a folder on its own blueprint? I don't know. Arguably, I should. Alright, so this will paint it blue, and then I want to cut it in half. And keep it. So we use cut and keep. And we can speed this process up quite a lot by doubling this up. So what I really need is I need two... No, I don't need two versions of this. I'm going to do what I said before. And I'm just going to have it go like this. That is much less complicated, isn't it? Because now both doesn't matter. It will always use both. It will always use half the thing. So you go in there and in there. So now we're going to get 24 lanes of this. And unfortunately we need to go through the whole rigmarole of making sure that all of my blueprints are on 3 layers, because I really don't want to have to be remembering to do this every time. But I'm not going to subject you to that, because I just subjected you to some of that already, and it was clearly very annoying. Alright, so this will give us lots of this. We then need to make the red triangle version of it. Then the bow tie version of it will just be a case of removing this section. So that's simple enough. And then we need to stack yellow chevrons on it, and then we need to cut it in half. That shouldn't be a problem at all, should it? Okay, let's just have a quick sanity check on everything. Blueprints. Good, not backed up. 2 trains seem to be coping with that well. Operator shape 1. Perfect. Bit of backlog here. 1 train seems to be coping with it though. Operator shape 2 is so far away. It's so far away. It's just sitting there being wasted. I wonder if at home it's also not unloading very fast. No, it's just the travel time is so far. Until we upgrade our trains and our belt speed and stuff a little bit. Well, no, belt speed won't make any difference. It's train speed. Train speed is what we want. Can we do a level of that now? Is that a good idea? No, I really need to save up for train wagons. Okay, right. Where was I building this? Over here. Okay, let me get all this tied up. And red triangles. Bring in red. Oh, look at this! Oh, there's this here as well. It's too good. It's like if these are going to spawn as commonly as this, just everything that's this is just a waste, right? It's just like no one's ever going to want to use this. I think they're kind of damned if they do, damned if they don't here, right? If they just say that no hole shapes will ever spawn past a certain radius, people will run out of them and go, oh, has the map generation screwed me? Ah. But when you zoom out like this, like at a glance, I can see so many triangles. When is anyone ever going to use this? If they've just got this, 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 this. This. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe somebody will go, oh, this is the exact shape I need for this, which, ironically... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to go and eat some crow for a bit, and I'll be back. Ah, yes, we are having this issue. The cut and keep design I designed before I thought about trains. These need to come out so that they are exactly the same, because the way a train station works is it doesn't care about rotations when you put the shapes in. It considers those to be two different shapes, so it's never ever getting anywhere. So just be wary of that. It's easily fixed. Oh, in fact, what the issue is, now that I properly look at it, is that the cut and keep is only designed for halves. They're for exactly whole to half. That's why. So, really, don't do it like this at all. It's unfortunate, because I've already designed the whole thing, so what I'm probably going to have to do is... What am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to... This rotates... Oh, just pause the game, please. Cuts it in half. Yeah, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to just make a very quick change to this and get rid of all of these. One section is fine, but then the other section needs a 180-degree flip, and then they are the same. Which, to be fair, is probably how the cut and keep should have been designed anyway. I don't know why the cut and keep module just isn't like that, why it rotates one counterclockwise and the other clockwise. That seems like a very strange way to have done it, to be honest with you. Is this even the cut and keep one? Am I using the right? Yeah, it is. I don't know why that's designed like that. That's just wrong. Okay, well let me fix that and then... Yeah. As I say, stupid man. Equal parts stupid and genius. That's not true. It's like 4/5 and a fifth. Okay, this bit was easy enough. I worked out how to do the replacer blueprint thing. I'm sure I tried this, but you have to do clone selection and then copy to clipboard, and then when it's in your clipboard, when you press this button, and I think contents of your clipboard I think is different from if you just do this and press copy. It's not on your like Windows clipboard. If I were to open Notepad now and press paste, nothing would happen, or the last thing on my clipboard would happen. Couldn't think of a good joke in time there. Damn, should have said like today's Wordle answer or something. That would have been good. Anyway. And then kind of done this in a silly way, because this side I did properly, right? I did how you're supposed to do it. I did hold into thirds. And then I thought I would stack these together or do some creative half swapping. But actually what you can do is you can do some creative half swapping with this, and this will get you this shape, because it is rotationally the same. And then you just stick the yellow chevrons on it and cut it in half. So I'm not going to bore you with that, that's quite easy. But net space mitosis is 1, 3, 5, 9, 21 research points. So that's pretty good. And these operator levels are ticking in nicely now. Each one of these is now worth 4 research points. Loads of blueprint points. Blueprint points are sorted. Oh, this is gonna tick over again in a minute. Good God. Yeah, so let me just finish this set of pin tasks. Shouldn't. Is there a train? It's got a long way to go. Does it have anything on it at all at the moment? Yeah, kind of. It's getting there. I'll show you the vortex unloading just because it does look very cool. It's such a shame, as I say, the train vortex thing. Maybe I should set myself a challenge and not use the train vortex loading and train vortex unloading, because you just lose this, you know? Because you can upgrade the vortex to take in, what's this? 1236 times 4? Again, that's such a high number, nobody knows. It's 144. Somebody just whispered in my ear it was 144. That's not true. It is 144, but nobody whispered it in my ear. What is this YouTube video at the moment? What am I? What is going on? Let me know in the comments, 1, what is going on, and 2, if I should do the self-imposed not using the train vortex unloading thing, just so that we can see what 144 belts looks like. I think that's going to have to be a yes. But please say something in the comments. Please. So lonely. Alright, let's finish this set of pin tasks and then we'll be done for today, I think. Just a quick little update while this first pin task is ticking over quite nicely. I found this pin task in the list. Falling apart. I say found, it's literally the next one. It seems pretty interesting. It's just stacking halves on top of each other, but then I'm pretty sure that when we've finished this, by cutting it in half it will turn into this, providing we cut it across this north-south, because then this red chevron will not be attached to anything and will fall down. And then the other side will magically turn into this. So I'm just bringing in some half shapes all the way from over here as well. And this is certainly where the time is going, is that it's just this travel time for the, you know, like all of this is ready to go here. Like, this will just need to be cut in half and delivered, and then that one's done as well. It's just travel time of the trains, unfortunately. Not enough research points. Speaking of which, how are these doing? There's 4 more. There's 4 more. There's 4 more. Oh, there's loads. 31 research points. I'm not just gonna squander them. I'm gonna save them and actually think about what I want. Yeah, and because I'm using the cut and keep versions of these, which now make a little bit more sense than they did before by just having 180-degree rotation in them, and they all come out the same. This can go extra super double special fast because we can load 2 stations at a time, even though this highway is clearly the bottleneck. And it's a bit spaghetti because we only have 1 colour of train. Can't put more than 1 train on a line without causing some complications, but these are very slowly getting in. Except that's not right. Oh no. Easily fixed. This needs 180-degree rotation. This way. Embarrassing. Oh well. No harm, no foul, I guess. And there it is. You can see very quickly, at least. Oh, when the whole thing's not backed up, not jammed. Very quickly you can see that, yes, the hovering chevron does drop down. You can see it becomes slightly larger. just as it falls down. Same goes for the yellow teardrops, they get bigger as they fall down as well. So that does mean we get 4 belts of this, do we? Yeah, I mean, we can't keep this, so that's very cool, lots of different awkward shapes. So everything's just being flooding into the base at the moment. Because I haven't got the vortex unloading, and I may not use it, I've got a lot of weird spaghetti to get things in properly. But that's good, we made a lot of progress, so this is going to tick over nicely. Let me just actually be doubly 100% sure. So many shapes on this belt. They say locked, I'm just don't want to see an X show up, and I want to start seeing these tick up. And we'll have everything done. We'll have 2 sets of pin tasks done. We'll have operator milestones coming in at a semi-decent pace for now. A lot of research points. Almost about to hit 1 million blueprint points. And these numbers are ticking up. That's great. Alright, let's start cashing this stuff in, shall we? Nice. Yes, points. Give me the points. 55 research points. 1 million blueprint points. Don't know what we're going to spend those on yet. We'll think about it. Good progress today, I think. Hope you do too. Let's leave you on this lovely shot of all of these hundreds of thousands of shapes. If you enjoyed the episode, please let me know with a like or a comment. And if you want to see more shapes, be sure to subscribe. Other than that, thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.